What started on Thursday ends tonight here in Las Vegas, the Continental Cup. It was a dramatic draw 10 this afternoon in Las Vegas. Spring over. Team World found their game, putting this Continental Cup in a dead heat. Now, both teams are all in. Who will play their cards right and draw 11? It's all on the line here at the Continental Cup. It doesn't matter, day or night. It is impressive, the Las Vegas Strip. But I tell you, something that rivaled it today was the impressive curling we saw this afternoon. This was the men's game of skins as Jilang Zhang of China played John Schuster of the U.S. The final skin, 2 points coming down to a draw. He had been shut out to this point, and what does he do? Boom, right on the lid for the Chinese champion. And then in our featured game, this was the mixed skins game. Final skin of a point came down to a final draw as well. Pat Simmons just slid past the pinhole. And then, what does Thomas Ulsrud do? Well, he covers it in front of a packed house here at the Orleans Arena. And so now we head into this final evening of skins play again, women's, men's, and mixed. And look at this, we are all tied in that race to 30 and a half and this year's Continental Cup. As on this Sunday night, we say hello Canada. Welcome back to our final evening here at the Orleans Arena. Cheryl Russell alongside. I really do hope you got a chance to see this afternoon, because Cheryl, I just can't remember the last time we had a draw and 3 games as exciting.
Neither can I. The fans were loving it here. We look over on one sheet, we see a triple by Japan. Then we look over in another sheet, and we see the Chinese skip draw to win the game. And then our sheet, we had the mixed skins, the interaction with the players, and some incredible shot making. And then it all came down to the draw to the button.
If you're not familiar with skins, here are the rules. We will play 8 ends, 30 minutes thinking time, 1 90-second timeout. If you have the last rock, you've got to score 2 points. You can steal with a single, and if we don't get the points, 1 will carry over, and if we end up tied, we'll decide it with a draw to the button. The news today, however, we told you, after her win last night, Rachel Homan flew home to Ontario because the Ontario Scotties begins tomorrow, so she's not here, and so it's forced Team North America to do a little juggling.
Yeah, it really has, and all these teams are world class. They wouldn't be on the bench if they weren't world class players. But how do you replace the hottest team on the planet? Real problem for Rick Lang and staff, because they had to double up in the afternoon game, which means half a Browns team, half a Jennifer Jones team had to go back to back. Not like they haven't done that before, but it's a lot different.
Here are the skins games that will be on the ice tonight at the Orleans. In women's skins, it'll be Eve Muirhead against the reigning Canadian champion Jennifer Jones. Torger Nergård, who throws the third stones for the Norwegian champions Thomas Ulsrud, will play against John Morris, who will go back to skipping in the mixed. However, our feature will be right in the middle of it all here at the Orleans, and it's going to be men's skins, and it's going to be a rematch of a game played on Friday night. Niklas Edin and his team from Karlstad, Sweden, with Christopher Sundgren, Lindstrom, and Eriksson, will go up against the North American team of Kevin Cooey out of Calgary, with Ben Hebert, Brent Lang, and Mark Kennedy. Meet the Teams has been brought to you by Home Hardware, homeowners helping homeowners with expert advice. So when we come back, we're all even. The Continental Cup will be decided tonight here in Las Vegas.
The 2016 World Financial Group Continental Cup of Curling is brought to you by World Financial Group, helping Canadians have better financial futures. The 2016 World Financial Group Continental Cup of Curling is brought to you by Home Hardware, homeowners helping homeowners, with expert advice. By Ford of Canada, proud partner with Curling Canada for more than 20 years. And by Scotties Sponge Towels, Purex, and Cashmere, proud to support the Scotties Tournament of Hearts.
North America on 3! 1, 2, 3! North America! So we're all set to go. Final night here in Las Vegas. We're all even on the scoreboard in front of a packed house. A record-setting attendance. The largest, the best attended curling event in American curling history. These 4 days here in Las Vegas and the Continental Cup. So our featured game is on the middle sheet, sheet B. Niklas Edin, who beat Kevin Cooey 4-3 in men's team play on Friday night. He won the draw to the button, so he will have the last draw. Playing the red stones, North America playing the yellow, and getting us underway. The Cooey lead, Ben Hebert.
Never mark, never mark.
Well, you couldn't ask for a better final game to this event.
And you add a skins format to it, and there should be rocks all over the place coming in at hundreds of miles an hour from left and right.
And this afternoon we saw so much curl both ways, going to the wings. Probably an extra foot from what we'd seen during the last couple days.
But in this particular, this going away from the home end, this one with the outturn really swooped.
Yeah, the outturn went a little more, and you get out wider than where Kevin is right now. They're going edge of the 8 with Benny's second one here. Ben could probably get to the same spot from edge of the 8 and almost edge of the 12. Seems like it's a little bit what we call dished, a little high out wider, which is fantastic. You can make anything if you throw the appropriate speed.
Mark, maybe a couple. No.
So it's skins format. And just like we do at our Pinty's All-Star Curling Skins game, we're not playing for money, we're playing for points, which could lead to money. Ends 1 through 6 are going to be worth a half a point each. Ends 7 and 8 are worth a point apiece. Each of the games is worth 5 points, so there are 15 points available on the ice this evening. As mentioned, we're currently tied in the race to 30 and a half to claim the Continental Cup.
Skins is all about those big shots at the end. That's where you see the skins made. You couldn't pick two better skips. We've seen in the regular curling them make some fantastic shots to win games.
Similar styles, these two teams, aren't they? Obviously, you don't get here without setting rocks up properly with people like Brett Lane that throw the right speed. But you look at Edin and Cooey that have that run back ability like nobody else.
Yep. Oh, park. Yep. Park. Get it back button.
Good shot, Brent.
Same approach Pat Simmons took when he has the opportunity to try to steal here. 2 guards, get around, bump the opponent behind the tee line, use it later.
Familiar pattern, however, those 2 center line guards that we saw earlier today. So what are they playing for? Well, the winning team will get $52,000 that they will split among the team members and their captain and coach. The losing team, $26,000. There is a $13,000 bonus to the team who earns the most skins.
It's good. It's quite tight. No, it's good. Tight. Nice and tight. Hey, real tight. Almost in. Line's good. It's almost in. Good. Clean it then.
But earlier today in that mixed
just tight.
skins,
Line's good. Doesn't need a curl.
Yeah, it needs to stop. Stay with it, though.
we saw Pat Simmons use those 2 center guards lined up, one back of the other. He used them very successfully.
That's the approach you want. You just say to yourself, it's the 10th end of the game, you're tied coming home, you don't have hammer. That's exactly what you do. on the center line as much as possible, lined up as much as possible, and as much separation as much as possible. Keep an eye on Christian here and how hard he can throw this thing. It's impressive.
He throws a very hard rock.
We've watched him in the World Championship 2 years in a row now, and once they get ahead, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, we're going to go on your next one probably.
But we've also seen now, if the game calls for it, this team does have the soft game now that they've worked on and spent months in Canada on tour trying to hone.
Yeah, they were here from the beginning of September, I think, till early December.
Yeah.
Easy, Benny, easy. That looks way over.
Okay. Easy, Benny. Okay.
That looks way over.
Yeah, hard, Brent.
Go, Brent.
Whoa,
Go, Brent.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Shot, Mark.
First end, and they haven't missed lining these guards up perfectly every shot.
Ja, in där. Samma. Upp! Whoa! Upp! Whoa, whoa, whoa! Upp! Whoa, 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 whoa!
All in.
Next.
Good shot.
All right, let's talk about the keys to the game, Cheryl. We'll start with Kevin Cooey.
Well, Russ at Skins is all about the setup shots and setting up the corners. We saw that today in the Skins this afternoon, where those corners have to be tight and setting up the right angles. And then with Mark, I think, is your turning point player. You're going to have to look or decide at that point whether you're going hard for your skin or you're going to open it up and look to a carryover.
I get it. Make your marks.
I thought of that all by myself.
Way to go, girl.
And admitted it.
Yeah.
Whoa, then, whoa, right off. Make it a usable guard. How tight?
Tight. 5 feet, 4 feet. No, Brent. No, Brent.
Brent, easy
tight,
though.
Mark.
Easy though. Got to bite the center line.
Yep. Whoa. Easy.
Yep.
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 Perfect.
Shot, Mark.
Attaboy, Marcus. Right there.
And for Niklas Edin.
Well, he has to do exactly what he's doing this end. Once he got in a little bit of trouble early this end, he has to leave himself some room. Keep playing these massive runbacks to open up so that he can make the last shot in the nick of time.
Oh, come on. Really?
It's been a long week.
Yeah. God, you're going to be pairing you two on the strip somewhere. Cirque de puns.
Jag vet inte om det blir så bra. Gör man den så blir det 0. Det är ingen ställ och skäl på.
I'm ashamed I've stooped to your level.
Jag gillar inte bara slå vilka, det ger ju inget. Jag vet inte, vilken ger ju ingenting
Another
egentligen.
perfect guard by Cooey.
Nej, jag tänkte bara att de fortsätter gadda. Kallar ju nästan 6 fot. Får vi en hackfart, då är det jävligt sent. Fan, då måste jag sätta dubbel. Eller runda för att stjäla.
Okej, gillar det.
Jag vet inte, det enda som är riskar stulen på det är om vi Chapo ligger kvar.
Ja.
Och så gör man
I så
liksom.
fall vilka dit, för det här är låst.
Ja.
Vi har en skjutning där.
When we first went to the textured rocks a few years back, meaning there's so much finish, I like playing this situation that Niklas is doing it. Try to let the other team leave them shot rock, but try to let them guard it, because they couldn't make those guards. But now with this directional sweeping, they're getting so good at lining them up. And that's 5 or 6 in a row for Team North America. Perfect.
Oh. Greppa! Ja! Greppa! Hårt!
Oh, boy. Now the shooter does roll away. It's covering now the edge of the 8. Center line again, wide open.
But key where that shooter rolled away to. Usable stone for Niklas.
Guard or else. I can't.
You got a guard? Yeah. The only other shot is the run back. I don't think that makes sense.
Right now is we don't have anywhere else to go. Force them to play the angle race for the win.
Fairly tight again, hey? Same as you.
Same spot. You want to bite the line.
See Ben worried about that
2/3, Kev. 2/3.
world stone at the back of the 12-foot. It's forcing Niklas. They throw this guard, and there's an opportunity with that run that you can get your deuce and get your skin.
The respect they give each other, like they're worried about an angle, half rock angle raise.
Line's good,
That
line's
Canada
little.
Cup win,
Real tight.
earning Kevin Cooey and
Line's
team
fine.
the first spot in the curling trials for Korea.
Gonna need to stop.
And they really have become the,
Doesn't need to curl, though.
I'll suggest the hottest team late in the season. They closed out with a win over Thomas Olsrud at the Perth Masters, upping their season total to just shy of $100,000.
Yeah, very. They knew when they put this team together was something special. It just took a while to work with the kinks.
And I think they've really worked hard to groom everything. They work with their sports psychologist.
And that pair taking Mark Kennedy and putting him at third and taking Brent Lang back to where Brent is probably more accustomed to being the second. Being the
there, it's pretty tough. So you can
Mark Kennedy was the way he works is already seen just in the demeanor and the expression of Kevin Cooey.
Well, and I think he's the perfect player. There has to be a bridge between the front end and the back end and the communication, and Mark is that kind of a player. He gets a lot of talk and communication. I think he works really good for Kevin.
And we'll slide it by, and they are sitting the two. Remember now, to win the skin, you need to score 2 points. So at the moment, World is sitting 2. Edin has got his couple.
Most teams, a good club team would say, well, let's hit and roll behind the corner guard, and they won't be able to hit it out.
You can even just lose it. Yeah, I know.
That forces Kevin Cooey to play the draw. If he makes the draw good, Edin's got nothing. Now he's got an angle slash if things go wrong. We wanted to roll maybe a foot less than that. Would have made this shot harder.
Seen this spot a few times already with the guards.
Line close. Wait all there. Okay. Wait for it then. Line only. Lay heavy. Back 4. At least. Clean it. Right. Line only. Really good. It's good. Line only. Roof. Clean it. Okay. Don't wanna. You don't have to. Don't wanna. You don't have to. Wait's pretty good. Whoa. Trust me. Don't have to. Right here.
And you can see just in the background is our featured game. And now if we take a look, first end of the mixed skins. Sean Morris skipping Alison Pottinger, Nolan Thiessen, and Natalie Nicholson. Torger Nergård, Nadine Lehman, Hobart van Pettersson, and Marissa Winkelhausen. It is the Team North America Morris Stone that is locked, covered, top of the button. So this is somehow trying to angle or hit what you can see, and they won't get there. And so it will be the steal for North America. And Morris and company will pick up the first skin worth half a point.
Svårt att ta för tunt. Lite tunn för att klippa den här. Det finns ett hår, men då klipper vi bakstenen så det är
Straight slash for the skin.
Now that's why he rolled to where he did. Now if he'd rolled a little less, this would be easier, but if he'd rolled buried, it wouldn't be here at all. So there is a chance, a little less than half.
Niklas Edin, Oscar Eriksson calling the line. You got it? He does for the skin of half a point. So an early lead there for Team World. Now we'll just quickly drop over to the game between Muirhead and Jones women's skins. Yellowstone on the lid, surrounded. That belongs to Jennifer Jones. Final stone on the way for the reigning Canadian champion against Eve Muirhead out of Dunkeld, Scotland. The Sochi bronze medalist. Jill Officer, one of those doing double duty today after playing mixed angle raise, and it won't catch the button, so it will be a carryover. And in that game, they will be playing for a full point in the second. So we've had half points won in 2 games, and so we're still even now at 23 apiece. Team World off in their area, their bench area, in the corner of the Orleans. Looking across the 3 sheets in play on this Sunday night, final evening here. Final of 4 days in Las Vegas for the Continental Cup. And our featured game is right in the middle. It's the men's skins, Niklas Edin against Kevin Cooey. Edin getting that opening skin as half a point. Another 1/2 point is available here in the third, and it will be Kevin Cooey that has last rock. He'll have the hammer playing the Yellowstone, so he needs to score 2 for the Skin.
To keep an eye early in this second end. I know there's been 2 practices, but it's sat for 10-15 minutes. This out-turn side that they're playing now has to be way slower. Ben Hebert did come up quite a bit short. That's that yellow one, about 8 feet short of where he wanted it. Every single stone went down the opposite side, the side he's playing now in number 1.
Gotta go hard line. Hard, Mark, you got it hard.
So you expect it to glide a little bit more here, would you?
Absolutely. This doesn't look as heavy as the first one he threw.
Still Mark, still Mark. Yep, gotta go.
Hard,
Come on, Mark.
Never off. Get in here.
Come on, Mark.
Wow.
Come on, Mark.
Look at that fall. Okay.
Good scrub, guys.
Man alive. Actually peeks out a little bit.
Sweep. Playing the guard with like.
And you've got to take into account the swoop.
Yeah, it's going both ways. So Niklas put the broom roughly in the same spot to put that red one in. I think out wide here this will curl more than where it is right now. But it goes everywhere.
Yep. Behöver gå nu i linje också. 15 blank. Tå. Precis in. Kom
You can get fooled a little bit on weight too when you get that much difference in swing. You get extra time for the rock to travel, and you have to kind of give it a little extra.
Well, he's not waiting, is he?
We're playing hard or normal?
I'm okay with normal if you like.
He's not happy with the way it's setting up.
Well, I was just going to say, I mean, we don't, I know it's skins play. Usually, from my experience, years 2, Russ, you can wait, but Kevin Cooey just doesn't like this at all.
Yeah, this is early, especially for Kevin and the ability that this team has to get out of jail, but the angles are really bad on the top red, and of course the red that's shot rock double buried.
Get in there.
Oh boy, look at the lineup now. Yellow onto red.
Brilliant.
Great shot, Brent.
Plays it with that down weight, saves the shooter, moves some stones around.
Another thing that helps too, Russ, we've said this before, the action on these curling Canada stones pays off.
Fantastic. The best I've ever seen.
Nära.
Ooh, this is flying.
Top 12.
If it's deep, they can angle, freeze, and take away that easy double raise.
Precis kort om den. Jag tror inte vi vill frysa, men bara lämna den. Den blir helt okej.
Tell you what, it comes down pretty quickly.
I thought they might have brushed that to keep it, up higher or lower, one or the other, and take away that natural.
Kind of corner it.
Hair high.
I think you want to hit it same spot, just a sliver across and leave it.
Sliver across. For sure, man. I know I'm just worried about staggered guards, but
Just trying to hit
they'll be guarding ours.
Same weight.
Red leg.
No.
Yep. No, Ben.
Hebert with the brush against the grain.
Yep. Yes. Whoa.
Now, here we go.
Hard.
1, 2, 3, and covered. Sitting 2, looking for the skin.
Pretty good, Brent. Good shot. Nice weight. Yeah, really good.
His soft speed to control the thrown rock.
Blir det dåligt om jag vickar ut där? Eller runda. Men nej. Långa tekarna. Okej. Halv bra. Leading. Ja.
It's a tough angle to make the run double. It's there, but you could easily jam the top yellow on the second yellow.
Whoa. Rent. Whoa. Trippa. Go.
Oscar Eriksson. Oh, he stuffed it. Shooter will roll out, and now that shot stone is center line and covered again. 2 stones out in front belong to Cooey, looking to score 2 for the skin.
Thinking about practice. My second one, top 4.
This is where it gets really exciting. Maybe not for the players, but for us. Kevin Cooey's got hammer. He's got one where he wants it. He's throwing. He might not normally go to the open side, Cheryl, and the other team would hit it, not giving up a 2.
All there.
Really?
If he doesn't get in here, Edin will and take the end away.
Well, Niklas almost went on his last stone. He looked at it there because of the way the rocks were staggered.
If you're heavy,
No, it's coming down hard.
Okay, get tight.
Hard then. Top 4. No.
Bounce that a little.
Good shot, Mark.
Really nice weight.
Good spot, Mark. Just tough to sweep
So
that
2
early.
under cover, but 2 stones that can be run in.
Well, it makes it a little tougher for Niklas to get in there.
Missar skjutningen så är vi ju stekta.
Gillar du?
Kanske runda ändå.
Ja. Så eller?
Ja. Eller kommer det bli för lätt för dem?
Ligger vi skottet bak 4, det är okej ändå. Då kommer de lägga någonting här framme förmodligen.
Kanske en skjuta en gång då, eller?
Känns som att det
Jag gillar det. Bak 4.
Normal game, you might double peel and then try to hit that easy double, hold a team to a 1 or a 2, but it doesn't matter all of a sudden. It's like, well, we'll get there first, see if we can get an error. So maybe even back 4 here, Cheryl, to get it buried.
Yeah, I think they're going to go wherever they can as far back to get it buried.
Känns lång.
Långt ut också.
Lång. Bak 4.
Låt den eka,
Bak
det är
4
bara
är bra.
klippa om någon.
Med
Bara
klippa.
klippa! Bara klippa!
Över curla. Bort till det
Dra in
bra.
den nu. Släpp på dem när det är kort. Klippa måste gå för linjen.
Here's where you get that finish.
Go.
Oh, they lost that actually any sooner. Brushing that line was incredible.
Still leaves a half stone showing.
Ingen en fot vid. Då kan inte Krille gå ner och köra.
Get to the nose.
Okay.
It's definitely slower on that side right now.
Like I'm just thinking.
Yeah, I know you are. Sure.
Back line, Marcus.
It's a tough shot.
Make it. Back line. Use Brent lead if we need to.
Okay.
Could peel it out of there, or even normal weight would be like easier shot, but it leaves Team Edin the same thing.
Great.
You're not heavy.
Hard. Weight's good.
Whoa. Clean.
Just back.
Mark Kennedy
Oh, not heavy.
playing.
You're ready,
Brent.
Brent.
Now Brent trying to just push it that way, carve it that way, hold the line. Little push, and right on the beat.
Great weight on that one.
Give you another chance. Cheryl, what is this? Team is making their
It is. It's
mark.
Thanks,
Doesn't matter
Vic.
which one. We're pretty close.
Golf shot.
You've heard enough?
Boy, he makes them spectacular. That was not a simple stone.
Hur vill du ha frysen? Vill du ha... Ja, rakt frys.
Precis, rakt.
Ja.
Turn draw.
Lite trögare än på tidigare eller?
Ja,
Turn draw. But
Straight freeze.
Känns hårt.
Halva fyrfoten. 10.
Okej, bra. Bra linje.
Bra fart.
Niklas Edin,
Bra linje. Wow. Nej, behöver köla.
30 years of age,
Lägg den bra. Linjen är bra.
2 World Championships,
Köla lite grann.
Köla.
Olympic bronze,
Japp. Gå hela vägen.
Wow.
World Junior Gold.
Bra så.
My goodness.
Ali. Bra. Utan 2. Inte riktigt.
he can't do anything great there. Like he.
What if we peel the center?
What do you like? Split the.
I think I got a goal mark, or else if I cover that up, he's playing off this, and then we don't have a shot, right?
What if we split
like
our center guard in the
They
house?
thought it was heavy, and it came down. So
I don't see anything great on that red.
This is your job button line. I think you need probably here.
Chip ours in the house more often. Center guard.
Hey,
Close.
if I cover that up, he's coming off that other one, and we don't have a shot. I mean, I guess we'll have the double run.
We were thinking peeling the center guard.
front end saying peel a center guard. There's some merit. There's some merit to that because then they'd have some raises here, whatever Niklas does.
No, I think I like this.
But here's what Kevin Cooey's worried about is Niklas throwing a rocket off that corner rock and going in there. That is not a simple shot. But for Edin, you do have to think about it.
13-8, 13-9.
And this shot here that Kevin's throwing can take that away.
Yes.
He just can get second shot.
Do you want to be in the line of that in-off, basically, or do you want to be higher in the, or back, forward? Where would
probably
you like to be?
not in the line of it, but just to sit two. Then if he does play the in-off, he's got to make an in-off double.
Okay.
Gotta go head down.
Go ahead, line
Top
good.
four above the T line sitting two.
There's Ben Hebert. Just you go. You keep your head down, Brent Lang. I'm going to tell you where you're going. Keep it down, boys. Now, carry it. Take it all the way, fellas. All the way. You got it there. Little more, little more, little more. You bet you do. Sit two.
Good line. It's perfect if they don't have to kill it. Go! Hard! Hard, Benny! Go! Come on! Hard! Hard! Keep going! Go, go, go! Keep going! Keep going! Keep going!
Noses it.
Vi tappar han hit. Jag tror det går att komma väldigt nära Chap.
Can he slash that red one in really thin, Cheryl?
I think you could.
You'd have to get it really thin to get some roll to be underneath, but then you're under a wall of yellow.
Alltså går den clean då ligger man kvar ändå. Ja, då kommer den stanna här. För det är inte jättelätt att komma Chap där tror jag. Kolla ner i hacken.
Just absolutely take a layer of skin off the outside of this rock, as thin as you can get it with peel. Even a quarter hits that shot rock and will stay buried, I would say. You just can't hit 3/4 because I think you'll make one go away, but it'll stay open.
Yeah, it's thin.
Vi kör. Lättaste sättet för honom. Måste göra ett slag i alla fall. Ja. Nästan så tunn som möjligt. Yes. Skriker jag på dig nu så gå in hårt direkt. Ja.
Niklas Edin. Angle it back, and and it will stop, actually. It looks like it is the shot stone. Now let's go over to sheet C, the mixed skins game. After North American John Morris stole the opening skin, they are sitting the one again. In fact, they look like they're sitting 1-2. Torger Nergård throwing the stones for Team World.
Howard, outside, outside, outside.
And tap it back and tap it by. And it will be the steal of one more, a half point for Team North America.
You don't want to just fire it, eh? You don't want to just fire it?
Spot, man.
I think it's easier to pick it.
You're just worried with normal and you hit a quarter. If it touches the three, it might not even go.
Oh, it'll go.
Okay.
You throw normal, it easily goes at the quarter.
Just
I'm
see
just a
enough
second.
of
What
it.
do I know?
I sure can't see a lot. We're right there, Cheryl. You can see enough, but that's not much.
I mean, he's just going to have to skinny this.
Spready the in-offs there too.
Yes.
On the red into the.
I mean, this is as good an event where people have been involved in the broadcast and in the show. Cooey now, it's a stolen point at the moment for Edin. It's all about the line call. It's all about the brush. Now, somebody, he said it would go. No, he didn't come over. They picked their own.
Hardest way to make that shot.
And so it will be a half point for Team World on the steal. It was such a tough line call because they didn't jump it with Ben Hebert to directionally brush it, and they just didn't get it. Well, you see a lot of those little earpieces. People wearing those. And they're hearing a lot of our broadcast. Sometimes too much of it, actually. But they can also hear what the players are saying. And sometimes they are caught as well. As we welcome you back to a jam-packed Orleans Arena here in Las Vegas, our final night. And another 1/2 point available here in the third. Niklas Edin getting a 1/2 point in the first, then the steal in the second. And now here in the third, once again, it'll be Team North America and Kevin Cooey that will have the last rock. He has the hammer playing the Yellowstones. He'll need 2 for the skin. So our discussion during the break was that the shot to play, or was the in-off a possibility?
I think, I think Cheryl's dead right. The in-off would have been a little easier than picking that one off. But I also think Kevin should have guarded the shot that Niklas made, and he might not have been in that trouble. He left Niklas a pretty easy shot and left himself a hard one. But they're out there. They might know the lanes, you know, what spot. Maybe they didn't know what it would do out wide like that.
No, and for sure, I don't think they've been out there all this game. But that's his shot. Kevin makes those in-offs. I've seen him make them more often than not. And the weight they throw kind of takes the guesswork out of reading any ice.
Line's good.
Right now.
Line's good.
Line only, Kev.
Whoa, man, whoa.
Little extra.
Mark, a couple.
Kev, we're heavy.
Mark.
We're not. Oh, I don't know. Go ahead. Go ahead. It's not too bad. Go ahead.
Whoa.
Oh, sweet mark.
A little wider than they'd ever been. They were all yelling heavy. Ends up perfect. Nice judgment.
Ja, rätt mycket. Rätt nära just nu. Bra fart. Nästan lite lång. Lite lång. Den är lång. Linjen är bra. Den är lång. Nej då, den är okej, Klippa. Linjen är bra, Klippa in. Japp, linje. Hårt! Så går förbi egen. Hårt. Måste gå järnet. Hårt. Fint, mycket bra spel.
Pretty nice.
Ja, den var där, men linjen var viktig. Skulle kunna klippa cornern där också.
Just all these shots, you know, Russ, you've drawn the top where you want to keep all the shots. It's all the setup shots, set up, and then you use your last rock and your thirds or your skip stones to make the big shots, score the skins.
I don't recall a rock behind the tee line so far in this game.
No, that is the key.
Hard, Benny. Hard. Real hard.
Great shot, Brent.
Sit.
Now Brent Lang moves a lot of stones. Leaves his shooter out in front. Shot rock, though, in the open belongs to Niklas Edin. Red rock, top 8.
Little bad luck. Nice shot. Pretty good.
A little too thick. Okej. Det ligger okej tycker jag. Jag gillar nog den här. Nej. 10.
You normally wouldn't do this in skins either, but I don't think Niklas has a choice. It allows him to sit 2. It's that yellow guard out front he's a little worried about.
Upp. Mjuk. Rent. Rent. Okej, fart. Rent. Ligger bra. Rent. Rent hela vägen. Bra. Perfekt.
Well, Niklas being the team without hammer has some choices. You can force, you can try to steal, but when things kind of open up like this, a force is probably their best bet.
Well, in the foreground, Paul Trulson, who is the coach for Team World in between, and Swisshelm, the former world champion, U.S. Olympian, who's acting as captain for North America, and Coach Rick Lang from the Curling Canada national team coach.
Hard, Mark. Hard. Okay.
And then rounding out the coaching staff is the 4-time German Olympian, Andy Kapp.
Sari. Rent. Bra, Klippa. Rent. Japp. Japp, japp, japp. Japp, lille. Fet har den brostuffen. Bra spel. Fan, jag tror den ska räcka längre.
Behind the corner still. Yeah. Probably make the double under roll.
I think they overcooked that one on brushing, didn't they? They're trying to roll it under.
Yeah, I wondered if they were trying to get the roll right behind the yellow.
It looks like.
Maybe right behind was what he was worried about, I guess.
Okay, normal. Just make the dead roll, guys.
The roll behind the corner will be very close to making the red double.
Yep. Hard. Hard right. Hard.
Come on, close, come on. Okay. Right on the nose. Shot rock, though, for the moment. Needing 2 for the skin of half a point here in the third.
Dit du så inte stickar mellan en runda. Men var chapp då. Chappen är bra. Jag tycker det. Vecka ut långt kan vara helt okej också. Då rundar väl corner kanske, men den går att komma åt. Chappen tycker jag är bäst. Ja, 11.
I wouldn't mind dead on now, because if Mark hits it and rolls somewhere, he's second shot, and then you can loop around that center guard.
Was the call to roll long?
It looked like it, I'm not sure.
Lite upp. Vakta jäveln, Niklas. Grille bara gå lite. Ja. Ja, 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 gå. Hårt upp med den. Upp.
And doesn't quite roll it underneath. We haven't talked much about the women's mixed game with Eve Muirhead and Jennifer Jones. Jones opened with last rock. They carried over. Muirhead got the last rock in 2, carried over. So now they're playing in 3. And once again, Jones has the hammer there, looking for the 2 that would win the skin of 1.5 points. So nothing's been awarded there.
You're shaped tight, you're line.
No, you're not. Your weight's good. Weight's good. Lines
Top
okay.
8. Top 4. Top 8. Top 8. Brents.
Top 4. Top 4.
Yes.
Line's fine.
Piece buried, so I think.
Sit. Sit.
Sorry, man. Good throw.
A little deeper than they wanted.
Vi vill få den lite överkallad, va? Ja. Vad sa du hade? Nästan utan 12.
Look at the ice they're taking for this come around freeze.
It's got gradually, or maybe not quickly swinging her as the week's gone along here.
Helst.
Edge of the 8 might get you by that guard, draw number 1. Now look at it.
Kan behöva dra den, men.
Yes.
Rak frys är bra också. Ja. Absolut. Han sänder ner mitt på 10 liksom.
Ja. Might have the intern freeze bump angle.
Your brain never stops in that skins game, is it? Like, it doesn't matter what shape you're in. You're worried.
Mark Kennedy. Freeze bump, angle raise from outside the Orleans, down by Caesar Fountain coming across.
Lite vid, Krippa med. Ja, gå Krippa. Dra in den på linjen, Krippa, dra in den. Järnet. Dra in den nu. In med den. Den kommer mycket nu.
And down on the corner.
Ja, så. Tack.
Only problem with getting dead buried.
You're going to leave it wide open top 8.
Oh, but then I guess you got a short run back. Okay, I like it. Okay, make a good one.
Pretty good. They were hoping to get right to the face.
Yeah.
Kevin just trying to set an angle up on that top red stone, so they've got something they can use later to run back in.
Yeah, you can try and peel it and stick it over here thin.
Do you like peeling that guard at all?
Peel center.
He can make that double, guys. He can see enough of the yellow.
I think this is better.
No.
Top 8, top 4.
With the curl they've got here, this is tight going through this port.
What was my draw here, guys?
Through the freeze.
Yeah, through the freeze.
It's normal.
Okay, nice.
It's tight.
Okay, line's good.
Go.
Gotta go.
Kevin Cooey, his
Line's a
first.
little tight.
Gotta go.
Gotta go. We see Brent laying against
Line's
the
good.
grain, trying to hold
Line's good, guys.
the curl.
Line's good. Go ahead, Brent.
Wait's close.
Wait,
Don't
wait,
bounce.
Line's good.
With this line, you can't bounce.
No bend, no bend, no bend.
No, lock it right on. Yep, Brent.
Brent.
Hard, hard,
No
hard,
bounce.
hard.
Good shot, Kev. Good shot, Kev.
Great brushing by Brent.
1, 2, red.
Oj, den också.
They belong to Eve Muirhead. We have yet to see a skin 1 here. So this appears to be just another play for a carryover, am I right?
Yes, Eve came up a hair light. Jennifer came up a hair light. That's that red-yellow on the center, just out in front. So Eve looped right around on the intern side. So Jennifer's got to follow it.
And if she can sit there, tap it back, that will be the carryover point.
Wait, Terry now. Terry now. Back forward now. Line's good. Line only.
Chill officer on the left. Caitlin Laws is in the house. They're doing double duty. They played in the mixed game this afternoon. For another carryover. So yet to win a skin. And now in 4, it'll be worth 2 points. And it will be Eve Muirhead who has last draw. And she'll need the 2 to win
Blir den
the
lite
skin.
kort och vi snedfryser garden är det fine också. Ja. Mitt. Ja, det är bra.
Nära lite över. Från mitt på linan eller?
Ja, precis.
I think Edin is just trying to take this run back away.
Locka runt den lite grann.
Maybe tuck it around that yellow
It's tough.
guard.
Yeah, because if this is open, Kevin raises it onto his own, gets his 2. But you're right, if you don't take the run back away, there's the run to get this deuce.
87.
He's saying hot out of his hand here.
And also he was pointing at the sky, pointing at the roof of the Orleans.
Bra linje, bra. Här, Kreppa har den.
Nej, lite långt.
Kom med. Nej. Sitt. Bra där. Bra.
So that Yellowstone T-line edge of the button, that is the right now the carryover point.
That's the one.
This is really natural.
Torger Nergård with his last. And again, it appears that North America, and that one is going to die way out there.
Yeah.
And so it will be another steal for North America. And John Morris.
That's unusual. You don't have a play at all.
Yellow, red, run to try to get rid of that redstone and leave your 2 yellows counting for the skin.
Final stone. Looking for his first skin. Kevin Cooey. Half a point. Run it back. Bang, bang. And there they are. What a shot. Half point on the board for Kevin Cooey. Squeeze. As he squishes it out the side to score the 2. And so with points being won, you can see now North America up by a full point. Well, up until this point, it had been all Team World and Niklas Edin with skins in 1 and 2, but this will get Cooey on the board.
Well, this is what you talk about. You never feel too safe. Niklas thought he played a good shot with his come around, but left this for Kevin Cooey, slash back for the skin.
To score the 2 needed to get the half-point skin, the key shot brought to you by Cashmere Bathroom Tissue. Nothing feels like Cashmere. And nothing feels like getting on the board after being shut out through the first 2. So here in the 4th, it will be Team World, Niklas Edin, that does once again have the last rock. They'll have the hammer playing the red stones, and they'll need to score the 2 for the skin, which again is 1/2 a point.
It's over. Line's good.
Yep. Just clean it. They're good.
Looks heavy.
A little heavy.
Line's good.
Trying to put a high double guard.
Whoa.
Weight's good.
The line's so important too with the
Nice, Benny.
speed these second stones throw for peels.
Super good. Shot, man.
And again, that what we've become accustomed to is those, when you don't have last rock, you put up those 2 center guards, one behind the other.
We've seen it used more here than we did at the skins last weekend.
Behöver kalla. 4. Behöver kalla massor. Full 4. 13, 99. Jag tror bara stanna oavsett linjen. Mer glid. Sexan glider mer. Är något bra på 13. Happy to be great.
Sure. Line's good. Let us know.
It's no faster than 14 still?
Definitely not.
No, 14 seconds is too long.
I heard numbers like 14.5 yesterday. It's always changing.
That is heavy.
We're heavy. Back 8 for sure.
Sure.
Hard then, Mark. Never off. Never
It's
off.
heavy. It's not going to curl. So Mark's job is to make it curl.
Come on, Marcus. Come on, Marcus.
And he's doing his job.
Keep her going. Anything on the red, Benny. Anything on the red. Okay.
Okay, Brent.
Continental Cup started on Thursday. Women's team games, men's team, mixed doubles, and now we're into the skins. And one of the teams that was part of the play here when it began, but isn't here now, is that of Rachel Holman. As we mentioned, the team from the Ottawa Curling Club flew home today to be ready, get prepared for the Ontario Scotties, which starts tomorrow at the Brampton Curling Club. And really happy to have Emma Miscue, who throws the 3rd stones, for Rachel Holman joining us. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
You're watching, are you?
We are watching.
So what do you think so far?
Well, it's pretty tense. Normally we don't care this much about watching other teams curl, but we care about the outcome of this one. So we're watching very vividly in our hotel room.
How was it for you here? I think we said earlier today we had 3 of the best games. You were probably traveling. But
we were on the plane.
Yeah, the atmosphere here this week is probably as good as we've had at any Continental Cup.
Yeah, it was amazing. It's always great when there's that many people there watching and cheering, and especially cheering for us. So we had a great time, and it's always so much fun cheering for each other out there as well.
Does it help you prepare? I mean, you had an outstanding season. Was there anything that you were trying to do here as a team to get ready for the Scotties?
Yeah, I mean, the ice is great there, so it's always nice to practice on good ice before coming to an Ontario Scotties, and we thought that having a couple of, not that they're practice games, but being able to play on ice like that leading into this would help us out a little bit.
We're playing in the 4th end here, and it is Niklas Edin that does have the last rock, as he needs to score the 2 for the skin of 1/2 a point.
Emma, a question. How do you guys refocus from this event, which is, you know, a little lighter? You had all the fans, the crowds, and now you've got a big event for your team. You want to get a spot in that Scotties. How do you guys refocus in such a short time?
Well, with as much on the line as there is, it's pretty easy. We come here and it's a completely different atmosphere. We just have to check in at a new event. We're pretty excited for this as well. We haven't played a lot of these teams that are here this year, so we're going to go in. It's going to be brand new for us, but we're really happy and excited to be here.
Well, good luck.
Thank you.
Emma, I'm guessing you're missing the skins?
Missing it?
Yeah, to be here and playing in the skins format.
Oh, yes. Yeah, we always had a lot of fun in that, and I mean, it's worth so many of the points for the whole event, so we feel like we're missing out as well, but the provincials is so important that we knew that if we were able to go to the Continental Cup this year, we weren't going to be able to play on the Skins Day, and that was worth it for us. We were just happy to be there for part of the event.
So just to let people know in that greater metropolitan area, Brampton Curling Club, it begins tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. Other teams in the field include Cherry Madaw, Allison Flaxey, the defending champion, Julie Hastings, Jen Hanna, who won in 2005. And you will open up tomorrow at 7 o'clock against Jacqueline Harrison from Mississauga. We thank you for joining us. Emma, all the best to you, Rachel, Joanne, and Lisa.
Thank you very much.
And we want you to listen to this. Wish you were here. Thank you, Emma. All the best.
Thanks.
Oscar Eriksson. Run it back. Oh, double jam, double jam.
Joe, it looks terrible, but it really works for Niklas. It's a long guard, it's not a problem, and he now has some room because he was in jail.
That's what affectionately known as the Oreo. That's the double stuff.
Who writes his material, Cheryl?
I think he's thinking about cookies right now. That's what
a big glass of milk. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. But I'm seeing a little quicker and a little straighter right now.
Okay, you're out a little wider, but
I don't think it's quicker, Mark.
Okay, got you.
Kui had two lined up, easy to raise with backing. Still good for Kevin Kui, but not as good. He's going to have to work now for the steal.
Hard for line 2.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Pretty high, Kev. Not quite halfway. Gotta go. Brent, you can go too.
Come on. Keep going, guys. Keep going a little bit. Yes.
Go.
Great sweep.
Good, Marcus.
great finish.
Good, Mark. Good scrum. That's a great spot.
Mark's first one, Russ Mark's first one, he made a perfect freeze so that when Niklas's team made that run back, left 2 yellows and now a perfect guard.
Team Kui's really figuring out this directional brushing too.
Få träff på någon i bot tror jag är bäst ändå. Ja. Man center utsidan och sånt då. Ja. Vilken hand?
They're really raising that one from just over the hog line.
They are.
Yikes.
Whoa. Lilla. Hårt. Hårt. In med det. Whoa.
Oh, bad break.
What do you have of this? Not much. About a quarter.
Go in the middle past it.
He's playing this. But if I don't, he's coming here, right?
Right here.
Yeah.
Right here. Higher.
Edge of 8?
Sure.
Yeah, 4 feet.
I don't think we want this to overcurl.
Yeah. Benny, tight 2/3 right here.
Okay, split it.
Yeah. Little on this side's okay.
Looking to steal.
Gotta be tight or else he's
Niklas
just
Edin needing the 2 for the skin. Right now has nothing in the paint.
It's okay.
Look like minimum ice.
You don't want to overcurl for sure, Kev.
Like a shade more?
Whatever you can trust it.
This is what you see a lot of these teams now. They over ice a bit because of the directional brushing. They can finish them so much more.
Line's good.
Weight's good.
Hey, line's good.
Line's fine, Brent.
We're just tight.
Keep it straight. Keep it straight.
Line's perfect.
We can go a bit.
Not you.
Keep going, Brent.
Keep going.
Keep going.
Whoa. Let her stop. Let her
Just
stop.
gonna have this hole here. Great sweeping, Brent.
Great spot.
Just perfect.
Brent's looking like he did in mixed doubles. Worn out.
Stickar du den där.
Yeah, if you weren't with us for that mixed doubles game, he played with his wife Jennifer Jones, and he swept every stone up and down.
Exakt. Måste jag skjuta på dubbel. Vi öppnar ju uppdragningen i alla fall på ett vis. Kanske samma, ja. Ja, då måste ändå sätta tangeringen eller dra.
So much more brushing in skins. There's so many rocks to play, so many softer shots. It takes so much longer to get down the other end.
Okej. 2/3. Halv för den där va? Ja. Vill du spara 2:an till att dra med? Ja.
Sticka på skotten är det bästa.
Okay.
Niklas Edin trying to angle this one back from outside. Incoming. Bang.
Ollie. Ja, Niklas.
Your turn.
Niklas, those run backs.
Du får lite separation så inte den där. Jag tänkte att det kommer. Men det är som vanligt.
But to stick it with that speed.
Chance here for the world to finally get on the board as they play in the fourth. Shot Stone just hanging on to the back four.
With the curl.
Need the curl. Torger Nergård throwing, and there it is. So finally, they're on the board, picking up a half point here in the fourth. Torger Nergård.
Okay. Throw the button.
Yeah, I think it's close though to get to here.
Okay.
But I'll give you an inch.
You know the weight, Kev. Same speed.
Man inte kommer snedfryst. Skin där borta.
Straight draw.
It is.
A little heavy.
Is there nothing on the other side? There's a yellow in the top eight that they could angle back, or can they not get there?
It looks like it's there, Vic. They might be saving it.
Hard Brent! Whoa! You're mine! You're mine! You're mine! Go ahead, Ben! Go ahead, Ben! Hard Ben! It's there, guys.
Cold draw, and put it on the lid. Wow. So now we're looking over at the women's game, and right now it is Jones sitting two, one on the lid, one back four. No skin has been won so far. This is an angle raise from a Stone outside the 12-foot. Anna Sloan calling line. Little rub, little tick, nothing. And so the opening skin. We've had three carryovers. It is a 2-point skin that will go to Team North America here in the fourth.
Oh, I did not think there was a hole there.
That's unbelievable. We were right behind that angle and just about feathered the top of the redirect and make it. Team Muirhead made a huge mistake. Don put two at the top of the rings. They tried to tap them back and guarded it with a rock that was way light, and they were in trouble the entire end.
Final Stone on its way, and so this is the angle that I was asking you about for Cooey to get to Shot Stone. He elected to play the draw. Now here's the run back attempt. And through the hole and kicked away quickly, and it'll be a steal of the skin. Interesting how it seems in this event, the steals have been a bigger part of the skins game. So we've reached the fourth end break. When we come back, we're going to introduce you to Gabriela Fernandez of Mexico, and meeting some of the players that she's come to idolize. It's a wonderful story. When we come back to Las Vegas.
The 2016 World Financial Group Continental Cup of Curling is brought to you by World Financial Group, helping Canadians have better financial futures.
In her seat at the top of section 116, she does seem just like an average curling fan. However, Gabriela Fernandez is anything but. She's a lifelong resident of Guadalajara, a city of 4 million people in the Mexican interior. And how she fell in love with the sport of curling is a wonderful story. 16 years ago, she rented a small apartment that happened to have a Canadian satellite dish. And one day, while flipping the channels, she stumbled upon this strange game that she had never seen before. After doing some research, she discovered the game was called curling, and she was hooked. Began watching all the events, Scotties, Briars, Olympics, you name it. 2 years ago, she saved money for an entire year to come to the first Continental Cup here in Las Vegas and got to see curling live for the very first time. She loved it so much that she's back again this year, traveling by herself to see the sport that she now loves. However, this time around, the 71-year-old came with a couple of goals. First, she hoped to meet some of the famous curlers that she had watched on television, maybe get a picture or an autograph too. Her second hope, something that we as Canadians take for granted, she wanted to simply touch the curling ice, simply place her hand on it. She had never been on an ice rink of any kind and was curious to know how it felt. Well, yesterday, both of those dreams came true.
What do you think?
The fans that have come to Las Vegas will all leave here with memories to share, and tomorrow, many of them will board planes and make the flight north back home. But one curling fan will take a plane headed the other way. She's excited now to start planning her next curling adventure, and she can't wait to tell her friends about meeting those famous curlers that she had watched on her TV. And of course, show them the pictures of her favorite moment when she got to experience what curling really does feel like.
The 2016 World Financial Group Continental Cup of Curling is brought to you by Scotties, Sponge Towels, Purex, and Cashmere. Proud to support the Scotties Tournament of Hearts. By Tim Hortons, official coffee of Curling Canada. And by Home Hardware, homeowners helping homeowners with expert advice.
Before we get underway again, let's check the numbers after 4. And there you can see team percentage and advantage of Cooey. Front end of Edin's team, Lindstrom, Sundgren, both at 94. Listen to this, 94, 94, 97 for Ebert, Lang, and Kennedy. Outstanding games so far for them. The numbers after 4 brought to you by Ford of Canada, proud partner of Curling Canada for over 20 years. So that's the current point standings, 27-24. In the race to 30.5 on this final night of the Continental Cup in Las Vegas. And after that steal in 4, it means here in the 5th, we're playing for another skin of half a point. And it will be Team World. Niklas Edin that does have the last rock. He has the hammer playing the Redstones, and so he'll need to score the 2 for the skin.
Whoa, line's good. Go, Benny. To the button. Go. Keep going. Keep going.
Keep going, Benny, right to the
It's
lid.
there, boys.
Look at this shot by Brent.
Good shot. Good boy, Brent.
Yeah, but definitely.
He stepped up.
Constant pressure, shot after shot. It's just amazing control of speed on all these front end shots.
Get up.
Trying to throw a little weight to open this up, make some room for them. Tap it.
Long guard. And quiet tap back. With so much curl, we've said that guard that's way out in front really
Freeze or bump?
Bump it to the back button.
isn't there, is it?
No, not at all, unless you want to run in the shorter guard and it's guarding it. But with soft weight, as we just saw demonstrated so beautifully twice, it's not even in play. But that short red one is, where Langer just grazed by it on his first come-around attempt.
Really close.
So any more weight, they might not get it by.
Hard, Benny.
Benny trying to save it
Hard,
now.
Benny. Easy. Never off. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Never off. Whoa, whoa. Get to nose. Whoa.
Shot, Brent.
You don't think it's possible, Cheryl, that you know, they get to nose almost nonchalantly, and sure enough, where do they go? Right to the beat.
I know, they're on the guard, and then they get Ben on it, and he moves it a foot sideways with the sweeping.
Red. Hug. Hug. Up. Up. Whoa, whoa. Dryg hug. Red. Sorry. Red. Sorry. Whoa. Klippa. Klippa. Max, Max, Max.
Off the guard. Oh. Wow. Just enough to catch it and push it back. And oh, I don't know. It's close.
Really tight,
Sitting one for sure is Edin. That's the stone covered top 8. Close for second around the edge of the 8th.
Is this just flat here when you were throwing?
Yeah, it was too.
Okay. I don't know what to tell you.
Really close.
You got room.
Room.
Weight's there.
Oh, that clean.
Pretty good. Oh, weight's good.
Oh, lots of room. Stay with it, Brent. Yep.
Brent. Hard, Brent.
Hard.
Come on, Langer. Hard, Brent. Come on, Langer.
Whoa.
Yeah, chip, that's good.
Little chisel.
That's good.
Okay, not bad. Okay.
Sorry, Kev. That
No, you.
we had room.
So there is prize money involved. The winning team will split the $52,000 among its players and coaches. Losing team will get $26,000. As well as there's a $13,000 bonus to the team earning the most skins points. So it's a 30 skins or 30 points total in skins. So you have to reach 15 and a half.
Hug. Side. Side. Yep. Red. Side. Yep. Side. Red. Ligger bra. Rent.
The taps there. Where are you going to roll?
Japp. Gärna på vinkeln. Gärna på vinkeln. Kom igen.
And rolling it away.
Oh, that's great curling.
So at the moment, in that second race to 15 and a half in terms of skins, you can see Team North America is now 3 points away from claiming that $13,000 bonus.
All of a sudden, Team World has to be careful here. They carryovers are their friends all of a sudden. They can't go all out every end. Carry one over, win the next skin, you're still alive.
Feel like Mark behind the T line, he draws top 4. Death.
I'm okay with this, yeah.
What does he do when we do this?
So I'm throwing back 8, back 12?
Yep. Yep.
Okay, try to get to nose here.
Yep.
Okay, fellas, let's make it. Almost need edge.
Back 8.
Okay.
They talked about drawing, but the concern is they'd have to be behind the tee line. Niklas would follow them down, so they're going to try and play a tap.
Yep. Whoa.
Easy, guys.
Weight's good. Light 2. Whoa. Gotta go. Whoa.
Whoa, close.
Yep.
Get it back there, yep.
Hard.
Weight's good.
Keep it going.
Hard, right to the back 4.
Over there. Sorry, Nick. Whoa, Benny, that's good. Good. Nice stop. Great stop.
I mean, Russ, what did they say?
Yeah.
Right to the back 4. Right. Where did it stop? Back edge of the 4.
And he said try to get to the nose, which I didn't think was quite possible. He did that too. Mark's just making absolutely everything.
Bakom den är bra också. Ja. Svårt för dem att frysa här, då nästan den i vägen så. Helium där eller ganska högt.
You might be able to use it if he makes this perfect.
Ja, men inte
That yellow top 8 at the 11 o'clock position that Mark just put there is so valuable.
De behöver lösa i alla fall när de spelar här, tror jag. 76. Känns lite lång. Känns lång. 10. Bak 4. Bak 4.
There's room though to get down to that stone.
Var med.
Oscar Eriksson.
Skär, linje! Ja! Hårt, linje! Järnet! Hårt! Ligger bra, ligger bra.
Diving.
Japp, japp.
And in it comes. Wow.
Han bromsar.
To sit 2.
Bra. Det var ju perfekt, tack. 12-2.
You can if you want.
Yeah. I think you throw some weight, make the double.
Yeah, make the double.
Whatever weight you're comfortable with. We know
I'm
this
thinking
spot.
it'd be nice to keep my shooter there too.
Yeah. I'm thinking like, I was thinking board, but I would just love to move these two and sit shot. It would be really nice.
Okay.
No sense being too cute. I think you throw some weight and try and stick it in there. If you
Anything
could.
else? Okay. I gotta get to Noah's to do that.
No, not quite. Just a hair high.
2/3.
It's lined up perfect to make it if you...
Okay, good hack.
Good hack? Okay.
Give me about a foot.
Sure.
The run double with peel weight, Kevin's go-to shot is there, but they've decided they're going to be even more greedy than that.
I was thinking play just good hack and keep my shooter there.
Okay, there's the comment, keep the shooter there by softening the weight, which makes the
If I
run
get to Noah's,
double
we can
tougher.
still get shot.
Yeah, it's a little trickier when you're throwing hack weight at it.
Be a little careful with this.
You heard him say as well, love to
Solid hack.
keep his shooter right there.
Weight's good. Easy.
Maybe use it again if need be.
Yep.
Hard,
Ben. Hard, Ben. Just
Holding the line now.
Come on, Benny.
Hold the line, Ben. Hold the line, Ben. Hold the line, Ben.
Sit.
Oh, and it'll just rub it by.
Good spot.
But there are 2 stones to use out in front. As we drop in on the mixed skins. John Morris, first look at him as they play in 5 for a half point. After Team World picked up their first skin in 4.
Just for line right now.
A little bit from Nolan.
Weight's there.
Nolan on.
Weight's there. Yes. Just for line.
Allison Pottinger
We got room. We got room. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
calling line. Natalie Nichols and Nolan Thiessen on the brush. Gotta sit down for him. Oh, and it'll slide. Too far.
Yep.
So World and Torbjörn Nergård skipping will pick up the half point.
Jag gillar nog halvöppen där. Han kommer ju dra där, då får vi sätta ner den. Han kommer dra och då kommer han frysa. Vickar vi långt, då kommer vi ända hit. Och då...
Gillar du?
Känns som att
Så
han...
långt tror jag inte du kan vicka. Du har bara någon cent i luft.
Jag gillar inte att vicka helgömd i alla fall, för då är det ju... Fryser han där, då är vi död liksom.
Ja. Jag tror vi bara kan spela på chapp eller liten flopp in.
Jag gillar nog att spela lite fart ändå.
Okay.
Straight behind the sheet, and you can see he's got a little bit of room to kind of flop in. Maybe a backline weight.
Kevin's still got that yellow top 12 that he can tap in, albeit I don't think he can get to the nose this time.
Vad händer om jag går i toppstenen tunt?
Kan sitta här om det är väldigt tunt. Eller så petar du in den.
Kör den här 10.
Det går någonting på vilken du vill ha.
Ja, halvgöm bara så det kommer inte behöva gå någonting. Wow.
10-0.
Känns hård.
10-0.
Wow.
Hård.
Rent.
Nästan normal.
Wow.
Krille. Krippa.
Krippa, Max.
Ja.
Hård. Hård.
Edin's first. Jennifer Jones picked up the first skin of this game with Eve Muirhead when she scored a 3 and carryover. Scored 2 in the 4th. And now Jones is sitting 3. And this is the final stone for Eve Muirhead, who has to draw the 4-foot to force a carryover. Sarah Reed, Vicky Adams on the brush, Anna Sloan calling line. Oscar Eriksson and Niklas Edin just peek over to their right as they watch it. Need the 4-foot. And well brushed indeed. There's the single to carry over. So that's the 4th end that they've carried over. Muirhead and Jennifer Jones.
Runs and then it really starts moving.
Speed's the same.
I think you have to get right down to the nose of this back 4-foot stone. Take away any runs.
Yeah, the one that Niklas just threw, he's staring at that one. He can slash that in at any time. This is exactly what Kevin did last time. A nice in-turn come around to the absolute perfect spot.
Line's a little tight. Okay, we're heavy. Okay. As soon as we're by. Whoa. We're back 8. Whoa. Back 8. Yep. Heavy. Whoa. Still heavy. Whoa. 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 Coming down. Line's Weight's good. Weight's good. Weight's good. Whoa. Weight's good. Whoa, Ben, if you can. If you're not heavy, go ahead.
No, don't sweep it, Ben. Whoa, Ben.
Oh, you have to.
Mike, that's up.
And a little bit of separation. They are shot rock, though, hanging on that back edge of the button.
Hänger du bara, missar den.
Well, Cheryl said it best. It had to be perfect frozen because this is exactly why Niklas did what he did on his first one. In this way, out that way. He's got the 2 savers here for his 2 points.
We've seen him make 2 or 3 of these already this game.
Fairly natural, too, is it's basically half a rock. That's what you kind of try to do on a peel.
Whoa. Klippa, järnet.
Final stone looking for the angle raise to get shot rock. Angle it back, and away it goes. Well done. He had too many options, Niklas Edin, and he will pick up the half point. Our final night here in Las Vegas, the Continental Cup. An elite team will fight for the future and change the past. DC's Legends of Tomorrow. It's a series premiere Thursday at 8:30, 7:30 Central on CTV, right after an all-new Big Bang Theory. Bazinga. That is one of my favorite shows.
I hear you.
Miss that if I can. Welcome back to Las Vegas.
Come on, Mark.
The Orleans Hotel.
Just Mark.
I almost forgot.
You almost forgot where we were.
Wow.
Come on, Mark. Keep her going. Keep her going. Keep her going.
Our final night. The Continental Cup.
Good strout, guys.
So it's a steal. Where Team World gets their half point on that nice angle raise, and here in the 6th it will be Team North America. And Kevin Cooey playing the Yellowstones. They'll have the hammer. Trying to score 2.
Styra den här eller? Nej. Den är in. Kommer ner lite grann nu, Oskar har den. Den är in. Ja, låt den bara vara ändå. Den kan rakfrysa eller? Ja, inte riktigt den har fryst då.
It's incredible between these 2 skips. I mean, the teams themselves playing great, all the setup shots. They're not overthrowing stuff, but then leaving those slashes for both skips, and they're making them.
And to throw them that hard and stick it time and time again.
Line's fine. It's pretty good. Line's fine. Easy. It's marked. It's marked. It does not have to curl.
Well then. It's almost T-line top 4.
Whoa.
Brent's if anyone.
Whoa. Yeah, Brent. Okay, you're good. Whoa.
And behind the corner. May have peeked out a little bit.
Shots, Ben.
Well, the Team North America has stalled a little bit. They're still at 12.5 points, trying to get to 15.5 to win that skins bonus of $13,000.
Yeah, no higher for sure.
Okay. It's just, man, don't over curl.
Yeah. Seems pretty good. Clean it, Mark.
Room.
Down a couple points here overall for World, and Niklas decided to peel that. He does not want to give up a skin here.
Getting tight.
Mark Benny. Never off.
He could have gone around his own. They're locked together.
That's good. shots, Brent.
Remember, as we play here in the sixth end is the last of the half points. 7 and 8 will be both worth a full point each.
Playing the right back.
Yep. Hey. Whoa. Wow. Japp, vi kör bort den. Järnet. Sorry. Jag såg att jag behövde switcha, men han alldeles säga grippa. Det kändes som det bara skulle bli rörigt.
So apology from Niklas Edin on the line call.
You like that?
Thought he could get them both, but leaves the Cooey stone sitting just in front of the tee line, edge of the 8. Shot rock remains at the top of the house, center line.
Last weight.
Line's
8
similar.
foot. And that belongs to Niklas Edin.
You can go for weight.
Line's pretty good. Okay, go then.
We're light.
Go then. Let's go then. Both of you. Needs to curl. Benny. Yep.
Running out of time to curl. It's losing speed.
Keep going. Keep going.
Good sweep, boys.
Tighten that up a bit, too.
Sorry, protecting the overcurl.
We don't see this very often, Russ, in Skins play, where there isn't very much in front, and the plays primarily in the house.
I was thinking the same thing. You rarely see this running corner guards. That's very rare.
Whoa. Trip up. Whoa.
This time? No. So how long do you do this now?
That's it. I think that's the last time.
And we still have a chance.
Might wrap around.
I think you go hard for the deuce if you can, but I don't know how.
You could hammer that with tee away.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's two options: come around or hit it.
I like to hit
You
Cheryl.
could nose this, but he's hitting that and sitting 2, and then
I'll see what they like.
Kevin seems to be leaning for back 4.
I think you got to go hard for the deuce. Right?
When you look at those two stones, you often talk about drag effect.
Yes.
Okay?
You're almost better.
back 8.
So where do you go to avoid even that drag effect?
We'd have to go on the left side of the button, right on the tee line, because that will, the way that's sitting, it'll kick left of where it looks.
We don't want to get in a freeze game around staggers.
Right.
Then I only have
I
one
agree
foot
with
to work and he just hits it on the
Langer.
nose.
But then he's only line 1 though. Once he hits that, he's only ever line 1. And if you're half open,
Whatever you guys like.
They're like in top 4.
Okay.
They're worried about going. They were talking about back 4, back 8, but their the freeze game is then on.
The score's so tight overall, neither team can leave themselves in a situation to lose this game.
Weight's good.
Hey, wait only.
Weight's good. Top button, top 4.
Get tight. Get tight.
line only.
No, you're by.
Weight's perfect.
Wow.
Get ready, Brent.
Don't need to sweep this.
Brent. Okay, don't sweep it then.
Benny's it.
Good shot.
But now if you bang that one at the top, the red stone, that should drag right into it, right?
It will.
No question. They might not play it yet. They might save it. But to answer your question, Vic, you line them up, it's going to hit this side and kick that way. But because you're throwing a rock this way, it will drag more like that and actually kick over that way. There's enough, even on that short distance, they could probably drag that about 3 inches.
Hey, slow down though.
I'm not sure he's going to play it, though. I think he kind of likes it where it is.
Come on.
See Niklas, all he wants is to force this, and he'd love that carryover.
Yep, go. Yep. Up. Paint.
Yeah, back there somewhere.
Run out of space. You don't want to get it over here. You got to try and keep it out here.
What are we going to do when he hits that right on the nose? That's good.
I don't know.
Skins can really be paralysis by analysis, right? You get to the point that you're thinking so much you start.
Yeah.
inventing problems.
Wait the back 4.
Well, we heard earlier today, Caitlin Laws.
Yeah, 3 feet, 4 feet more. Okay.
Say to Pat Simmons, I think we're overthinking this.
Right.
Can happen so easy out here. You're watching for so many things.
Didn't get a ton more.
I think that's heavy.
You what, Mark?
I think it's a little light. Yeah, but you got room.
Oh, line's fine.
Wider than we've been in the entire game.
Line's okay.
Gotta go, Benny. Gotta go, Benny.
Get back there. Line's good. Line's good.
Off for a sec. Off for a sec. Brent.
It's there anyways.
Keep going. Get it way back.
Whoa, whoa, Brent. Whoa, Brent.
Yes, keep going.
Good.
Nice one. Good swing.
That just looks like a draw to the rings, but that's such a difficult shot. Slower than they'd ever been. Weren't sure how much was going to curl. Carved by that guard. Right in the perfect spot.
Har du tillräckligt? Ja. Gillar den. Det eller gör den där då. Bara se till att sätta den. Ja. Skitsamma att den stannar här. Ja. Man kan spela lite mer fart så kan man få ut den så. Man får båda. Okej. Viktigt är, tycker jag, bara att vi ligger kvar framför.
If you hit that top one center line side, will you stay guarding? Will you roll guarding your own?
I think you hit it a smidgen high side on the intern side and you roll 3 or 4 inches. That'll guard it. You want to stay on the center line because this will, if you do hit it hair high side, this will drag and stay on the center line, the raised rock.
Right, and then guard your own.
Yeah.
I think that's a key here.
Ja. 1-2 center bara.
Like it said, it looks, if Niklas hits this dead on, it will hit
Problem is any double you're going to have. You know
and
what? You
roll
got
open, but if he hits it a little high side, he can keep it close to buried.
You've got it coming back. That's your best chance to sit too.
Rent. Whoa, whoa. Ligger okej. Krille, Max. Hårt. Wow, 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 wow. Wow. Ligger bra, ligger bra.
Very nice.
Fint. 10 blank. I'll play with hack. Let's go, Krille. Yeah. I think you play a little. What? Sure.
Grab this, right?
Yeah.
So wait that if I do get the hole, I mean, he's going to have a Mickey Mouse double.
Is it? Yeah, it is. Oh, look, though.
You're just going to play like a soft weight here and kind of come down, and even because it's soft, even if Kevin crashes on something and maybe rolls in like that, it exposes the shot rock, or there's still a raise, and he's got second and third.
I mean, if I touch it, we'll still be shot. We'll have to go for one.
Then let's throw hack. Yeah.
This is what's impressive. You see Niklas play a slash last in, and then you see him play a soft. This weight that he threw for this last stone just to make sure he stays guarded on his own.
Okay. Hack straight through. Hack's not enough to chisel.
I play the intern draw around everything, but it's pretty hard.
Probably need a good hack.
Yeah.
So you through the hole moves the shot rock. How far, it's hard to say.
So we drop into the women's skins game. So far, it's been all Jennifer Jones. We had a carryover here in the 6th. They're playing for a full point.
Yep, board.
And you see Jones sitting one right on the lid. So she'll try to snuggle up right beside for a second point and the skin.
Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
Whoa, 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 Mark.
Oh, boy.
Whoa, Mark. Yep.
And it'll spin to the edge, T-line, 8 foot. Final stone, Jones on the way.
Okay, line's good. We're there. Line's
Don
green.
McEwen
No,
on the
keep
right,
sliding.
Jill Officer on the left,
heavy.
Caitlin Laws. Oh, it's heavy, they say.
Yeah, just heavy.
And this
Perfect
will
line.
not come down. And so they're going to carry over. That's 5 of 6 now that have been carried over. And they'll add a full point in 7, so it'll be worth 2 points.
Yep.
Niklas Edin
Wants to hang around here.
Rent. Whoa. Rent. Vart den bra, eller? Greppa! Greppa! Ligger bra, ligger bra, ligger bra. Ja, Lid. Ja.
Draw. I don't mind taking one and then you just play for the first next end. Play for the blanking, right? Intern draw?
Yeah.
Intern draw.
Middle of 12, you
I think I got this mark here from earlier, yeah. This is from your draw that got to here.
Interesting. I used to do that mark saying I remember that mark here, and what he's done is he's taken the corner of his wooden broom and just put a little tick on the ice, a little white dot. It's legal. Tricky but legal. Now he knows, he goes back to that spot, he knows it. Don't tell the ice maker.
No. Well, he probably knows now.
Oh.
Okay, we got lots of room.
Final stone.
Line's good.
Line's good.
No. T-line.
Gotta go.
Good. Go
Gotta
ahead,
go.
then.
Gotta go, Brent. Gotta go, Brent. Gotta go, Brent.
Keep going.
Gotta go, Brent.
Right on the T-line with this line. Right on the T-line. Come on, Langer.
Right on the T-line. Grab as much of the four as you can see. Little more, boys. Oh, goodness gracious. Great brush. Brent Lang. Yeah, you bet. Give him a little pat in the back. In the mixed game, we go right next door. You see the yellow stones. Two of them in position. This is the final stone for Team World, Torger Nergård. He throws the third stones usually for Thomas Olsrud. Misses the angle raise. And it'll be a throwaway then for John Morris as he picks up the skin. John Morris, yeah, not quite the Stoughton Spinorama. Thank you for helping us out. So 2.5, 27.5. Oh, before we move on, Torger Nergård is going to get married while here in Las Vegas. We want to wish him and his longtime partner, Marianne Rorvik, all the very best. They are going to the Little White Wedding Chapel here in Las Vegas. So they're going to do it Vegas style. Many celebrity weddings there. In fact, it's interesting. I just read here they have the drive-through Tunnel of Love at the Little White Wedding Chapel, only in Vegas. On behalf of all of us, we wish you both all the very best. In fact, some of the teams that will be going on to Phoenix and the event down there, the Ed Wernick Classic, are going to attend. So I know it'll be a party at the Little White Wedding Chapel. I'm sure they've seen lots of things, but they haven't seen curlers come and get married.
There could now be a crowd there.
Right.
So all the best to you both. So everything now is worth a full point. On sheet A with the carryovers, it's 2 points available there. In our game, this end is worth 1.5 points. And in the mixed game, it's a single point.
Fart! Känns rätt nära alltså. Något kort kanske. Ligger bra.
And it is Team World that does have the last rock. They have the hammer, so they'll need to score the 2 for that skin at 1.5 points.
Mycket bra spel.
Now they've been playing Continental Cup since 2002. It's either been a Canada or North America team against Europe or the world. And there you can see the North America-Canada combination leads 7-4. And this one of the tightest Continental Cups ever. As we came into this final evening of skins play tied. Hey.
It's not that bad, Brent. Shot. Fine.
Oh, take it out.
You have to protect the scoreboard here now for Team World. Carryovers are your friends. Stay alive.
Gå!
Trying for the long roll.
Tål. Bra jävla sol. Sorry. Ja, bra. Lite hok bara, men det är okej.
Nose puts him in a bit of a predicament. Yeah, it does. What do you mean?
This one first.
It's fine.
Hack! Ja.
I threw this. Okay.
Easy hack.
Yep. Whoa. Easy, Ben. Whoa.
Weight's good. Weight's
Leave
good.
it. Good hack. Whoa. Mark.
Mark, come on.
Go ahead. Good.
See, a shooter can't really...
Jag gillar ni dubbel, man kan spela med lite fart så. Tunt i den funkar också, men bara kicka den så. Okej, right.
Yeah, they looked at rolling behind the center, but
Vanlig clearing
I think
bara.
then Kui just loops around and he steals possibly on then.
You might want to keep the blank alive. I know you'd love to have hammer in the 8th end, but you got to stay alive for the 8th end. So blank's not a problem.
In, up. Up. Whoa. Oscar. Hårt, Oscar. Hårt. Whoa.
Perfect. Great throw. It was tricky to get it that thin to hang around.
Yeah, that doesn't look like it's doing much.
No, it's this
Good
board.
throw with edge, yeah.
Mark Kennedy
Little soft, Mark. Okay, little soft.
playing for a skin worth 1.5 points.
Hard then. Gotta go, Benny. Hard, Ben. Gotta go. Hard, Benny. Gotta go. Hard.
That out. Okay, Mark.
Okay.
Now Jennifer Jones on the ice against
Little light.
Eve Muirhead, and on their sheet with the carryovers, they're playing for 2 full points. In our game, it's a 1.5 point skin. And then on sheet C, John Morris right now playing for a single point in the mixed game against Torbjørn Nergård.
Bra fart. Bra fart. Bra linje. Topp 8. Bra linje.
So with those points available, that's why Russ says carryovers are your friend if you are Team World. If Team North America should take the points on A and any combination of B or C, that would be enough to give them the Continental Cup and the bonus points of $13,000.
Mark's out-turn chaser bumper, which isn't very good either.
So, I could go out-turn hack. It's not easy, though. I think if I miss the run back, we lose, right?
Kevin talked about coming around all of this back 4.
If I don't nut the run, it's not very good. He's just playing around the corner guard.
I mean, we can for sure bury back 4, boys.
Yeah, we can. Or I can definitely play the out-turn with hack and make it.
You got to kill it. That's the only thing.
Yeah. Hack, I can get to half a rock and
Even if we chip it.
That's not great, Brent, because our guard's so long that we don't exactly have a perfect center.
I know, but we need some.
Is this our chance then? Back 4? But if he makes a good freeze, we're dead again. That one top 8's going to kill us here, boys.
I'm with you.
I think we try to make the hack weight chaser.
Is that easier than the run back?
Looks pretty hard.
Well, the run back, I have to nut it.
I think if you're playing the run, I don't know you want to whip it, but
I don't mind the chaser either, Mark. It's fine.
I'm trying to think of what we've seen there. That out-turn and hack waiters. Like,
Whichever you like.
crazy.
Whatever I like.
Yeah, this one's on you.
All right, Mark, it's all up to you.
Run back. I mean, it's great if you don't. It's not dead yet.
What do you like, Mark?
Yeah,
I like the
old,
out-turn chase.
whatever you like in case you miss. We know who to blame.
Yeah.
Boy, runs. Mark's got a wonderful point. The run's tricky. Can you not get around with the in-turn? Yeah, that's what they're trying now, aren't they?
Just a sliver more.
Yeah, I think they were always referring it's Mark's out turn, right? I think they were always looking at this, but
right. He's got nothing on the other side.
no, it's over buried that way.
Little what he's calling the hack weight
We're
chaser.
heavy for sure.
Whoa. Whoa, close.
You can't order this in
ready,
the bar,
Glenn?
unfortunately.
Hard, Benny. Hard, Benny. Yes. Hard, Benny. Yes.
Look at this.
Hard,
Look at this. The hack weight chaser.
Go.
Here it comes. Chase it.
Come on,
Push it. Roll it. And
Keep
sit
going.
down. Oh.
Line 2.
They are. They're sitting the deuce.
But it's a double. Depending if they want to try it or not.
Evan wasn't sure Cooey that was there. He made the shot. But unfortunately grouped the stones.
Okay, got it.
Interesting situation. You could just go around again. So you saw the degree of difficulty for Mark.
Känns inte som vi kan ta för tunt så.
The double's obviously there to sit the 2 points you need.
But then where does Kevin go?
Right.
Ja, du kan nog nästan rulla över, men nej, 10 borde vara lugn. Mjuk 10 kanske då. Tredjedel, fjärdedel.
Seen a few of them track out here.
Oscar Eriksson. Boy, they got to go on this. Here comes that corner. Get it by the corner. They do. And 1 and 2 and not quite. Not quite.
That could make a difference.
So shot stone back 8. That belongs to Edin. Second shot belongs to Kuhn as we drop in on this mixed game. And sitting 1-2 is North America. So this, can you make the angle double? I'm guessing the third shot is the stone at the top center line, top 12. It's close. Can you make the double, hold the shooter, and get the 2?
I think if you make the double, that one on the side counts too.
Okay.
Hold on.
Gordon air Gord, angle it back, and out the back. And now 1, and now they'll take a look around. Looking at the back, then looking at the top. And 2 it is. They got the skin.
Very nice.
So that's a full point for Team World in 7. Okay.
Tap, get it on the inside, cross the face.
Yeah, that's what the call was.
Brent!
This is out there on the line.
Go, Brent! Go!
Wow, get it off that guard.
Whoa!
Get it off that guard.
Keep going,
Get
Brent.
it off.
Keep going, we have to roll.
Come on, Brent.
Anything.
Okay.
Wow.
Good sweeping, Brent.
Wow. Brent. Lang. Brilliant.
Good stuff.
We're right behind it. That had no license to get over there, just well brushed.
Kevin was a bit full when he let it go, and Brent just hard made him move a foot with weight.
Keep going, we have to roll.
Come on, Brent.
Anything.
And to avoid the jam at the back. So with that full point, we're within 1.5, but it's still possible. Should Cooey here on this game be? And Jones on sheet A. Should she be able to pick up the skins, that would clinch the cup and the bonus.
Normal.
Let's make this.
Now we're dropping in on the game between Muirhead and Jones. 2 yellow stones, top button, back button. They belong to Jennifer Jones. Remember, it's a 2-point skin available here. 1 and 2 and spill. And now sitting 2 is Niklas Edin.
Really tight, Bailey. might have to finish it now.
Finish,
Dawn.
actually.
You gotta finish
Really
it.
tight.
You gotta finish it. You gotta go.
Really
You gotta go.
tight.
You gotta go. You gotta go.
I can't hear Caitlin Jones. Hard, Dawn! Hard!
Caitlin Law's out too. You got to finish it, girls. You got to get it over there. Can't let her in. Can't allow the raise.
Okay.
And now they're already lining it up.
I think it's close to doing it.
Yeah, I thought we could sweep it early too.
Nothing. We need to get back.
Sorry, I just knew you had to go. It was so out
Yeah,
there.
really do too much.
Like this.
Just didn't finish for them at the end.
There might be room. There might be.
Close.
But it's a rocket double through a small port.
I think if we smack that pretty close to the middle.
Yeah.
But it's pretty edge to edge.
Yeah.
Your intern's going to stay higher.
This is her game.
I think we're seeing
Keep your
through
head.
because- Yeah.
The upweight game.
You see that yellow at the top there? You have to hit about half of that to get the one at the back of the button and try to kill both of them.
What's the decision for Cooey here? Just to roll underneath, or is he trying the double?
The double's there.
Whoa.
Final stone on its way for Eve Muirhead. Right now, the points belong to Jennifer Jones.
Becky, you got to go. Becky,
Vicky Adams. Oh, and now have a look. Have a look. Yes, they got it. It's the one. So there'll be 2 points added to North America. Come across, kick it across. Oh! Got it! Got it! Kevin Cooey makes the cross ring double.
What a great throw.
Why think of anything else when you've got that kind of speed?
Niklas Edin. To force the carryover. Wow, could it get any closer? On a final night here in Las Vegas in the Continental Cup. But that's a huge 2 points picked up by Jennifer Jones. So, within a point of winning the Continental Cup. It'll all be decided when we come back to Las Vegas. It's all come down to this now. Final and 3 games to decide this year's Continental Cup here in Las Vegas, as well as the skins bonus of $13,000. As we welcome you back to the Orleans Arena. And here in the 8th, it will be Team North America and Kevin Cooey that has the last rock. He'll have the hammer playing the Yellowstones, looking to win the skin. We had a carryover in 6, carryover in 7, and so we're playing for 2.5 points.
Easy, 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 easy.
It's a little tight.
Oh no, line's not tight. Line's good.
We're top 4.
Line's really good. Line's perfect.
Hey, line's good.
Well,
Line's good.
you just
Where do you want it?
can't imagine all these games, all these points, and we're right down to the final end here.
Whoa, baby. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, Mark.
Never, ever.
Well, when you look at the game story, I think the strength of Niklas Edin has always been his upweight, his angles, and it's paid off for him in 1, 2, and 5. And Cooey, of course, with that takeout in the carryover in 7, the cross ring double. But look at the numbers there. Cooey at 93%, the team, and then at 87%. Wonderful numbers for a skins game. The game story brought to you by Tim Hortons, official coffee of Curling Canada.
That's exactly it, Vic. You don't see those high of numbers in skins games because of the difficulty of the shots. They're still making great shots, and the numbers are high. Ben, one of the things I've been impressed with is both front ends, nothing deep.
No, weight's good.
They're using all those shots for setup shots.
I'm not touching it.
I don't remember anything behind the tee line
No.
until it was bumped there.
Top 4.
Clean.
Weight's perfect.
Wait.
Easy.
Easy. Good.
For what?
Oh, it's good. Benny's.
As these are coming in, they're starting to slow down a good foot and a
I'm
half.
gonna get to the nose, bud.
Hard.
Come on, come on, come on.
Hard.
Sit.
Okay.
It's pretty good, Brent.
Not bad, Langer. Oh. Bak 12. Okay. Kom upp så
Patience.
snabbt som möjligt.
Don't try to get these. You can't make the double anyways, so you just tap it back at the shot rock back just behind the tee line where it's open on the other turn.
Sean Morris peeking over as well as he plays in his skins game right beside our men's feature,
Yes.
Christian Lindstrom.
Hårt. Bakåt.
Crash and then spill away.
Fot innanför kasten när han ska släppa.
Staggers a couple of run-ins too.
Exactly. Yeah. Trying to bump that.
Not a good
It's
result.
lined up good right now. Okay.
That might be, it went sideways once it got close to the line. It might be that slide path you were talking
I
about.
think so.
Similar.
Weight's good.
Less similar though.
Weight's good. It's all there.
Whoa. Top 4.
Clean. Mark, clean. Just clean. Yep. Just clean.
Weight's
good. Weight's good. Mark, I think so. Mark, hard. Yeah, right to it, Mark. Come on,
Brent Lang.
hard.
Kennedy with the brush right to it.
There. Good shot.
Lost the line. That one curled. Yeah.
It's
fun. Throws. Yeah.
Shot, Brent. Stäm där du som är bäst.
The real problem for Edin is those staggered reds. He can come around here and rearrange the furniture a little bit, but he's still going to have to run something in.
And he can't. They're just not angled the right way.
That's right. There's nothing to run in. Not red anyways.
Oscar Eriksson.
Och 4. Bakåt, upp. Rent. Kör. Bakåt. Bakåt, upp. Rent hela vägen. Krille, ta lite. Måste snacka fart. Han sa bakåt hela tiden. Jag hörde bakåt vid första reklamen, sen var det knäpptyst.
I thought at first, Cheryl, he was just going to play into the pocket, not move things around.
Well, he knows he needs to kind of get some stuff behind the tee line that he can use or freeze down to.
Okay. If you look at the situation, the only rock he can use is the one that was just thrown.
Line's good.
And Mark's going to take that away.
Weight's good. Hard, Brent. Weight's good. We're just over. Okay, Benny's
good.
too close.
Doesn't need you.
Easy. Doesn't have to curl. Ever.
The better.
Do you want to hook it at all, Kev?
No. No, you gotta guard this.
What he meant by that is hook it, just keep brushing it to stop the yellow-red rays.
Wonder if you could even look with Niklas as you play those two staggered reds, but with like a backline weight and try to get them both into position that you can use them from both sides.
Inget järn, för då är det risk att den här spinner bort. 8. Nej, clearing, men en vanlig. Okej.
They got 3 tries left here to
Center ligger okej också.
make it simple.
Krille! Hårt, Krille! Max! Järn!
Angle it back. Oh, goodness.
Okay.
Well, they'll get one of those staggered stones off, so the rocks in front now are more usable. Stagger is gone.
Hoping to get one of those yellows.
Mark Kennedy.
Weight's perfect. Higher the better. Weight's really good. A little less than the last one.
Whoa, easy.
You can go.
Only if you have to for weight.
A little wider.
Over though. Sure. Hey, do you need me, Mark?
No.
Benny, get ready. Gotta go, Benny. Gotta go.
Easy.
So Hebert now takes up the directional brush.
Yep. Hard. Good. Good shot, Mark.
Inte ett stort, men... On time. Ja. Time out.
So timeout been called by
Time, Trill. Skjuta den här.
Niklas Edin. There's Paul Trilson.
lätt att få ut
Checks
något
the
av det,
time. And
Få ut den här till en viksten.
Olympic gold medal winner from Salt Lake will move out.
Trubbel.
Trubbeligt, Arne.
Ska vi skjuta den så känns det som att skjuta för att ligga kvar där och få ut den till en tangeringssten i en bit. Så hoppas på att inte han sätter vicken. Ta den dock tjapp så är det jävligt svårt för då är vi död liksom. Det känns som att röra på den här så man öppnar upp någon chans att komma in. Det är frågan om vi ska skjuta vår röd för att ha en till röd här. Ja, det kan vi göra. Om vi bara dubblar de två så kommer vi också kunna sticka ner den och ligga för. Då måste i alla fall sätta
Red,
slag.
red would be the best result. And then it might open something up, Cheryl, if you miss.
Så gör den dubbel på de två och så ligger den kvar på locket där. Möjligt att han klipper den bara om du råkar dubbla dem. Har du den? Jag gillar den här. En cent ut sidan med bara sätta en dead chop där, gör dubbeln, den ligger kvar på locket.
Ja.
Paltruson just walked away smiling. He said, good luck.
Well, listen, you know what? With all respect to Niklas Edin, the problem he's got now, every time I come home from IKEA, this is how I feel.
Brukar sticka en dead chop där nere och få slagstenen att ligga kvar.
It's all about line.
1 point is all that they need, North America, to win the cup. Half a point to win the bonus money. Jennifer Jones. This is their last of her stone. It's a full point available. Trying to grab the button, wrap something around, 2 staggered stones, top of the 4. Officer, McEwen, take it, grab it, yes!
It's the best you can do. Hair deeper, it's pretty good, yeah. Good brushing, guys. That's Danny.
Or you know what, or I can guard this.
I think this is the best guard.
Oh, he's going to
Guys, we need to use this one.
Just plug the hole.
Are we lined?
Yeah.
Nicholas, they actually overbrushed it. They brushed it to make it curl, made it curl.
He goes into
Hair too much. And he's left just about nothing for himself.
I think so too, guys.
Okay, so where are we going? We're not trying to set up a pocket, right? Just there.
Just past this one. Yeah, and beside.
Just an inch.
Boys,
Barry.
you can show them half a rock on this side.
We want to be open.
Yeah, at the most, yeah. You're right.
They're sitting the 2 they need.
Gotcha.
They're sitting the 2 they
Still
need
won't be a triple.
for the skin.
Where did you have it?
2.5 points.
You like that?
You've got it all plus.
Should be lots.
I think
What
it's
if we just get rid of that?
They haven't used their timeout yet, though.
Controlled?
So they'll have that
Made any difference? I don't know if it.
to use before they throw their last.
You can stop that anytime.
You heard Ben talking about they could leave this open so they can use it in case Nicholas does any kind of magical shot in.
Yeah, Nicholas could freeze down to that back one, sit second if this stops top 8, but then they can tap it up.
Like controlled?
So as we watch Kevin Cooey play his first,
I got
we're
firm right
watching
now.
Edin
They're going to be
Muirhead.
close then.
Right now, it's a stolen skin. If she does not get it,
Line's real good.
or force the carryover here, the Continental Cup and the bonus will be won by North America. Final stone on the way from Muirhead. Sarah Reed, Vicky Adams. They got to come through the hole. Are they going to get it? Yes! To keep the world alive. They will pick up that final skin of a single point.
Tricky shot by you. Beautiful speed control.
So situation still exists.
So for Nicholas, he needs to make the run back double and sit right there.
Ja, kallar över.
2 games remain on the ice.
Stickar den så också så.
Right now on this, our featured game,
utsida så sätter du den där. Ligger du kvar gard.
Kui and North America in great position. They're sitting 3.
Det finns ju en potentiell ut i hålet.
Needing 2 for the skin, 2 for the win.
Vanlig clearing. Ja. Det finns 2 träffar. Antingen en millimeter utsida, ligga kvar gard. Få snacken på skottet.
Red onto the shot rock. Try to stick it buried. You might get lucky by running the second red straight down the center line and make the yellow double. The one that Kevin just threw, it frames it a little bit.
Yeah, they've got kind of 2 options with it.
Even if you hit that one and roll over for second shot, and Kevin's got to earn it.
Eyes go up just to check the time. But he has to get rid of some yellows here. Needs to force the carryover. In big trouble. Niklas Edin running it back, and he will move stones. And now he is the shot rock.
Are you kidding?
What a great shot.
1 for the steal of 2.5. He's there.
That's 4 or 5 run backs, and I mean like perfect run backs.
How do we get a second one in there?
Meanwhile, in a 2-2 tie, it is more John Morris and the mixed team, North America, sitting 1 on the lid for a single point. Torger Nergård has to come through 2 holes.
Other side, Howard.
Hole 1.
Other side.
Hole 2. Goodbye. Oh, and he's going to leave the stone there. And Morris still has his chance. John still has his chance to wrap it up.
I'd say easy board.
Okay.
Easy
Do you
board.
prefer half better? I mean, you can't get through
Now, Kui, can he run this back and win it right here? He's got to get that shot stone off the top 4. Mark Kennedy calling line. Has he got it? Run it back and kick it out. Kick it out. No, he's going to sit there. And so that one will go to a carryover. If they need it. Here we go. John Morris will have the chance. Morris will have the chance.
Hack weight round the guard. Come off of the top world rock, roll into his own for a catcher.
Wait's good. John Morris, Thiessen, Natalie Nicholson, Allison Pottinger, Thiessen, all the way, Thiessen, all the way, through the hole, all the way, touch it, for the win. For the Continental Cup and a $13,000 bonus. Team North America will win it all. And you're not likely to see a lot more exciting than this final night here in Las Vegas. Now we still have to play it out to finish this game. On sheet B, the championship has gone to North America, but they have to get off the ice because the other team, the other game has to be finished to finish play, and so they will have the draw to the button.
I got Ben here going, whoa, no!
Incredible.
You know, you split up the money, Vic. It's not that much money per curler. It's pride. Unbelievable how bad they wanted to win this thing, both teams.
It was just such a race.
Are you ready to go?
So remember, it still is about the points. It's about the final record. It has to be completed.
Kevin, which one do you want?
Give me that.
So Kevin Cooey.
Want me to see?
Let's throw it out, sir.
It's for the 2.5 points available to complete the match, to complete the Continental Cup.
Let's make it, Coo.
Yeah, that pride never goes away. Let's make it.
Incredible.
Edge of 8.
You come as individual teams that beat your head against the wall against each other year after year, and you end up as a family of units. And that's shots for 24 players and 2 coaches.
So Cooey from the Glencoe Club in Calgary. As the crowd's still into it. It's all decided, but they want to see this right on the lid. Hebert, Lang, Mark Kennedy. Calling line. Start to fudge up. Start to fudge up. Start to dig in. Start to dig in. And that's how close they'll come.
At the hog line, that looked like full back 4. And then it just grabbed.
So what happens if you guys lose? We don't know. Got him. No. Rengör det där deras skar, Rogge. Rengör det där skar. Samma fart, 90. Ja, 86. 80 hade jag på någon. Den var ju lite längre ut.
Now will the second one grab you so often you throw this 3 feet harder and it doesn't curl in time to get to that slide path.
25.2 millimeters. We're being told by the official. Niklas Edin.
87.
Maybe just like to pitch it
Lite tight, tight. Lite tight.
into the fountains at Bellagio. He still has his personal pride.
A little wider line than Kevin, so it should glide a little farther.
The carry here, Sundgren, Lindstrom, Eriksson calling line. Is this the way to finish? Yes. Puts it on the lid, and so the final 2.5 points will go to Team World. But this year's Continental Cup and the bonus money for most skins points will go to Team North America. John Morris with his clinching shot, with his team and former teammates, as Team North America celebrates the win here in Las Vegas. Spectacular.
The 2016 World Financial Group Continental Cup of Curling is brought to you by World Financial Group, helping Canadians have better financial futures. The 2016 World Financial Group Continental Cup of Curling is brought to you by Tim Hortons, official coffee of Curling Canada, by Home Hardware, homeowners helping homeowners with expert advice, and by Ford of Canada, proud partner with Curling Canada for more than 20 years.
John Morris with the Continental Cup clinching throw in the mixed game as they win it. Look at this, 30.5 to 29.5, 1 point. And you can see that in the men's skins, the World taking the 2, winning by 2. And of course the $13,000 bonus for most skins won. So the Continental Trophy being brought in Las Vegas style here in the Orleans Arena, as the teams now make their way onto the ice. Team World, Andy Cap, Shilang Zhang, the team from Harbin, Ayumi Agasawara and her team from Sapporo. Eve Muirhead who put a scare in, winning a late skin. Niklas Edin just falling a draw short. And then the reigning women's world champion, Elena Petz. And to the cheer of the packed house here at the Orleans, Team North America. Along with Captain Ann Swisshelm, there's Jennifer Jones. Pat Simmons' team, John Schuster, Erica Brown, the reigning U.S. champions. Kevin Cooey, and let's not forget Rachel Homan, who is not here and back in Ontario and getting ready for the Ontario Scotties. Very much a part of this year's North American team here in Las Vegas.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to call upon Rick Williams of the World Financial Group and Lena West from Curling Canada Board of Governors to present the Continental Cup Trophy to the winning side of captain and coach for Team North America.
To the captain and Swisshelm, to the coach Rick Lang, this year's Continental Cup Trophy in a wonderfully played 4 days that we will not soon forget. It started on Thursday here in Las Vegas, and it has been a wonderful stay. Our thanks to the organizers and all the volunteers who have come from clubs around the area. I met a gentleman from Phoenix who came up to volunteer. Some people have come down from Canada to be part of it. Especially a thanks to the teams who have made it so entertaining. Now we will be off to Stratford, Ontario. That's when we will join you again for the Canadian Juniors. We'll have the finals for you January 30th and 31st, semifinals and finals. And from there, it's on to Grand Prairie. Scotties playdowns are on now, are starting across the country. Jennifer Jones will be back to hopefully defend as she wears the Team Canada jersey February the 20th in Grand Prairie. Team North America, it comes down to the final stone for John Morris. A special thanks to our crew for a wonderful job. Thank you, Las Vegas, the Continental Cup on Canada Sports Leader, TSN.